So Mel asked them why they didn't come to the podcast.
Okay.
Tisha's reason was no invitation, no me.
Facts.
Mel was like, it was a public event. Like, you could have just came. Stormi came. She didn't get an invite. And then when we get to the confessional, and I wish Tisha would have said this to Mel's face, because it really would have been kind of like a mic drop situation of like, the last time I tried to support you at an event, even though it was a private event.
It was.
But she went to go support Mel at an event. She was escorted out. And Tisha says, anything that Mel does, I need a personal invite now. And honestly, if I was Tisha, anything Mel does, I will not be there. Facts. So Tisha's better than me in that sense.
And just to build it out just a little bit, when Tisha showed up to Mel's event, it was kind of out of spite. Yeah. This was during the season, as Blair a reference to where they was kind of ragging on her a little bit. You know, she was kind of like she was the youngest and things like that. They called her bougie. So, you know, Mel flexed on her and things like that. So, but I'm with Tisha. Do not tell me to check your message boards and basically to get my invitation as if I'm a fan. I know you.
Exactly. I'm not a fan.
So, and then don't treat me like a coworker, but have the expectations as a close friend. Like, no, rather be standoffish and stay that way, and don't expect me to come to your personal events and things like that. Or if you want expectations of a friend, we have to be friends, and it have to go both ways.
Yeah, and I think Mel is constantly moving the line when it comes to her relationships with the ladies. Yeah. It's really hard for them to get on the good side of Mel and stay there, I feel like, for a lot of folks. Yeah. Well, Kimmie said that she didn't come because Mel's fans can be mean to them. And Kimmie even says, Sonny, you know, we met with her and she even told us how vicious the fans were. And Mel explains to her, which I wish Mel could have spoken to Kimmie's concern versus Sonny's comments, because Mel, your fans be doing a lot sometimes, and I think that's something to take ownership of, even though it's not something she did, but she could at least acknowledge they ride for me. That's true. You know,
I don't know. Ownership is the word, but acknowledgement is good. And Mel tried to wiggle her way out of it. She said no. Who said that it was negative? Say Stormi said it was negative.
Sonny.
I mean, Sonny said it was negative. And then that's when she was like, no, you don't understand. They was booing them because of what Sonny and Moses was going through and what they did and things like that. And Kimmie's basically like, well, if we was there, they would have got us too. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And truth be told, especially if Tisha showed up, oh my goodness. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because they go at them when they don't do nothing, when it just be Tuesday in the middle of the summer and the show ain't on. You know what I mean? So, I do empathize with Kimmie's. Your fans be acting kind of wild.
Yeah, and Kimmie pretty much understands why the fans would react that way towards Sonny, because, you know, it's like girl code was broken. Yeah. And then Mel gets to giggling because she says Destiny doesn't have a girl code. And Kimmie's like, it's not like she slept with your man. And Mel says she doesn't know what Destiny does. She doesn't put anything past anybody. And that's another thing, and that's where we end the episode. But that's another comment that made me think like, okay, Mel, for much you know, she didn't do that. So why are you holding her feet to the fire as though she like crossed you in some type of way when it came to that regard? So you're saying you don't put anything past anybody. That means Kimmie could have slept with your man. I mean, honestly. So that's just another example of moving the goalpost of what did Destiny actually do? What did you actually see? And what actually upsets you about that relationship versus saying she could have done anything. Then we could be mad at anybody about anything they could have done. So I'm just kind of like, Mel, I don't know if there's any way to win with you for real. Yeah. And just to give a little backstory, seasons ago, Destiny and Mel was friends. Yeah. Right? This is before we get to the whole Madani thing and things like that. Before that season where we saw the shift in Destiny even. One day, Mel just come in new season and she ain't friends with Destiny. And I'm like, maybe something happened off because I know how y'all watch when things are off season and things maybe happen on social media. Maybe something happened that I don't remember. But I remember the shift, and I remember like Destiny didn't even do anything. That if you would have watched for the first time that season with Destiny, you would have came into that season like, I don't like Destiny because she just seemed cold. They both just Destiny was a vibrant, fun-loving person before she turned and not said anything about her life at one point. And I think she was hurt by her friendship with Mel and basically what it was, and then one day it just wasn't. I think Mel needs to
I know this may seem kind of hard, especially in the position that she's in right now. Mm-hmm. I don't think Mel needs friends in the position that she's in. But I will empathize with Mel. Mm-hmm. If y'all are still around Martell and is still keying with Martell, I do have to keep you at a distance.
Right. And that also means I can't expect you to be a friend to me.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Right? I have to say that. I agree. That's what I was going to say 100%. Mm-hmm. Accept people's position while you still don't put expectations on them like that. Even when she said, oh, what happened to your mom and things like that. You know I love your mama. Mm-hmm. Well, you're not connected.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You're not connected, and that's no fault of yours, truth be told, because when something like that happens, it is good to have your immediate family there to comfort you. But that is just an example of you're going to miss out on certain news and things like that. And if we don't have to film together, you won't know. You get what I'm saying? And you will miss a lot. You know? And I think, Mel, it will benefit you to be around your friends. But let me ask this question in support of Mel. Where the show is right now, Blair, do you believe people have to choose a side now?
Yeah. But honestly, I felt like they should have been chose a side.
See, I didn't at first. I think divorce is messy for the friends as well as for the couple mainly. And as long as he is crazy, we can justify it. Criminal, now I'm asking people to choose a side.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? What side are you going to be on? This is what he did. You thought it was just some harassment. You thought I just had text and held on to him and just gave it to the cops years later and things like that. You think I'm just out here being petty? This is what he did, Tisha. This is what he did, Kimmie. You get what I'm saying? You know how Kimmie get accused of always defending Martell and being, you know. This is what he did. Choose a side now. What side you going to be on?
Yeah.
Or this is not no time to be in the middle, right? He threatened me with this. This is something that we had privately. He showed it to his girl. He showed it to maybe his girl family. Who knows who he showed it to? This is what he did. What side you on?
Yeah.
Because at this point, this will actually make me decide how I'm going to operate with you and y'all. You know what I mean? So I think we at that point. That's why I feel a dark cloud over Martell this season that feels very different than other seasons.
Right.
I think other seasons we can look at and say he's acting crazy and things like that. I think this may be his last season. Because it's to the point where if you stand or even laugh with this man, we gonna judge you. How can you be friends with somebody who does this? You get what I'm saying? As we see in the preview of next episode, Nell is sitting down with Martell, and she's like, I invited Mel to the kid's birthday party, and not you.
Yeah.
People going to choose a side now because you want to be a criminal. People don't want to hang out with criminals, Martell.
Exactly.
Period. You get what I'm saying? Anything else?